So here we are in the F-4 again. We'll try and actually get off the runway this time. It's interesting. I'm noticing. I wish you could see my stick, and I wish the controls display would work when I was in external view, but it doesn't. But trust me, I'm gonna pull back on the stick in 3, 2, 1, pull. Look at the delay. 3, 2, 1, pull. That can't be right, can it? Now, who knows if the animation has anything to do with the flight model, but this looks like a recipe for pilot-induced oscillations if I've ever seen one. That's cool. Those spoilers look really cool. Flapper spoilers. Is this smoke coming out of the wrong part of the... Yeah, that looks wrong too, doesn't it? Smoke's coming out of the... all over the place. Let's put the brakes on and throttle up for a second. Oh yeah, look at that. That's cool. Ha. What do they call it? Rolling coal? Okay. Should I leave this thing on? No! What did I just took my canopy off. Well, here, while I'm here, can I move this thing? Really? It doesn't move? Okay, let's start again. This is a little mission I made myself. Sorry reflected, your stuff looks great, but I've got performance issues, so to speak. So I've just made a almost empty mission in NTTR, the Nevada test range, flying out of Nellis Air Force Base in Las Vegas. And yeah, it doesn't have 5,000 AIs flying around doing things. It does have a few IL-76s orbiting to act as air targets. That won't threaten me in any way. And there's also a tanker, in case I get really ambitious. But the goal for this flight is just to get it off the ground, blow off the fuel, fly around a bit, get a feel for it, and then try and land in one piece. So here we go. We'll just stay inside this time. You already saw what it looks like outside. Okay, it's not performing too badly. Oh, there are apparently lights somewhere back here. Console. No, those are floodlights. At least it looks like. Yeah, it's making everything red. I just want instrument lighting. Where is it? I don't want a floodlight. What's the... Oh, that's also a floodlight. How does this work? Well, I guess we'll do that. What's over here? Compass heading... Oh, computer panel. Exterior lights, we don't need them. Okay, and our stabilization is on. Sorry, that's my phone trying to tell me something. We will turn on my beautiful body. And why is there an object on the radar when we're sitting here on the ground? I wouldn't think the radar would even be on. Anyway, let's go for a drive.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Okay, Mr. Enthusiastic. So, at low speed like this, as expected, 0 rudder authority. If I hold the nose wheel steering, that's good. It's got a good natural curve to it built in. So it's...
We planning to hit the deck on this flight?
Oh God, why are you asking me this stuff? Yeah.
Alright, I'm feeling good. How
really low.
Great. I need the crew chief to remove the seat cushion from my asshole.
Jesus Christ, Chester. Too much information. Also, you're really quiet. I can barely hear you. Maybe that's a good thing. Okay, we're trucking. Again, there's nothing. The airfield is completely empty. Oh, other than the tanker, which is flying out of here. Totally idle throttle now. I'm still trucking along. Okay, I think this is my ramp. Must be. Oh, right. We need to figure out the flaps. Maybe I should RTFM. I'll do that, but I promised you guys a flight video, so... Again, this is kind of an attempt to document what happens when you get a new module. All the learning and the mapping. Okay, come on. Point down the runway. That's good. Oh, there, I finally heard the brake squeak. That's cool. Okay. We are pretty heavy. We got gas. Oh, okay. And the flaps are down and the slats are out. Okay. So I assume that's for takeoff. Alright. Okay, try not to die this time. And apparently the correct thing to do, just like the F-5, is just hold the stick all the way back until you take off. So, try not to slide off the runway this time.
Engine's good, airspeed off the peg.
See, we're going... Oh, I should be using nose wheel steering. There we go.
80 knots.
80, okay, no nose wheel steering after 80 knots. There's... Whoa. That felt weird. There come the flaps. Felt like I was smashing into the runway there. Oh, my gear are still down because I didn't map them. I cannot hear a bloody thing you're saying, Jester. You mean NASCAR? Not yet. Too early. It's 6 in the morning. Las Vegas time. Ground radar looks cool. Not very informative, but something to look at.
Left 50 degrees, 2 miles, 2,500.
Okay. What were you talking about? How would you know where... Why do you think you know where we're going, Jester? I haven't told you anything like that. And there's no waypoints on this mission, so you shouldn't have any idea. Okay, it's, despite all that wing dihedral, doesn't really seem to want to settle down in the roll. If you let go, it just keeps rolling. I would think that that extreme dihedral out on the wingtips would inhibit that. So that seems a little... I mean, I don't know. I've never flown a Phantom. That just seems a little off. I also heard someone saying there's a relationship between power and pitch, or was it speed and pitch? That seems reasonable. Let's nose down now that I've powered down and give it the juice here. Hands off. That doesn't seem to have changed its angle any. Yeah, it's not hard to fly, but again, I would have expected it to be a little more stable and roll. I do have my my stabilization channels are all on. Good engine feedback, the sound. You definitely can hear your power setting. Man, I've been spoiled by velocity vectors. This is like an old jet. You gotta know where it's going from instinct. McCarran Airport. Yeah, it seems to be speed, if anything, and you would expect a relationship between speed and pitch. That's reasonable. Okay, it's kind of holding. It could just be my stick isn't perfectly centering. I'd rather not give it a dead band, as that's not realistic. Boy, there is not much of your own aircraft to see behind you. Just a little fin. Yeah, you wouldn't know if you have a tail, or you can tell if a wing's been shot off, I guess, but that's about it. How about the GIB, guy in back? Let's become him. Are we going to die when I do that? Probably. Let's point up before I do it. Okay. Guy in back time. Now, do his controls work? No. Do I have to take control? C. No. Okay, what's going on? What's the deal? Yeah, great. Try searching for control. And everything that's a control comes up. Real useful. What would it be under? Jester? No, he's not Jester. It's oh. It's a whole different setup, isn't it? Right. Now, oh, have I just not mapped it? Oh, I gotta do all that mapping. Axis assign. That's why it wasn't mapped. Oh, come on, Heatblur. Obviously, I'm gonna want the same throttle stick, and I mean, it's nice that you let us have it different, but how many people are gonna? Okay, pitch. How many people are actually gonna take advantage of that ability? At the very least, you could have it default to. Well, although then if you change one, it changes the other, right? I can see the issue there. Rudder on my rudder. Wheel brake. No, wheel brake left. Wheel brake right. Let me show you a little trick here. I also do it with the throttle. Fortunately, I only have one throttle axis, so throttle both. For any linear axes, the first thing you want to do is change it to, so you go to Tune Axis, turn it to slider mode. That informs it that it's that it doesn't center. Otherwise, it shows it as if it was a stick centering, and it affects how these work as well. So, if it wasn't a slider and I added dead zone, that goes in the middle. So this area where, but because it is a slider, the dead zone goes down to this end. So what I usually do is throw 5% away at that end, throw another 5% away at that end, so 5 to 95. And then I know that I can always go all the way off, and it can always go all the way on. So even if my calibration of my controller drifts a little bit, I won't ever end up with like not being able to get to the idle detent to be able to shut it off, or not being able to get full afterburner or something like that. And another one that's really annoying is these ones. They're sliders, the wheel brakes. What you won't, the problem can be sometimes you'll end up with just a slightly stuck wheel brake that makes you want to turn on the ground. Slider mode, 595. So yeah, if you do this, then you will always be able to get the full range out of a slider axis. I don't do it for the stick axes because well, take a look. I mean, I can get all the way from one end to the other, and yeah, it doesn't. There seems to be a little bit of room in my stick before it gets there anyway, so that's never been a problem for me. But if you couldn't quite reach the end in your stick, well, and also, are you really going to be able to tell the difference between this and this? It's not quite the same as having your wheel brake stuck on a little bit, or not being able to turn off the engine because the throttle's too far up. So that's not a big deal. Okay. Now does it fly? Oh yeah. Okay. We're flying from the back seat. This is what I wanted to do. I'm not just a GIB, I'm a pilot. Can't see where I'm bloody going. Details, details. The head animations look pretty good. Unfortunately, I know in multiplayer that movement's going to be all chunky, unsmooth. I wish, I mean, how hard is it to smooth motion? It's not. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Just seeing how she turned there. Makes a nice roaring sound when the angle of attack increases. Again, that's a good audio cue. Not only immersive, but it's informative. Oh, that's nice. The sunshine. And is there a... So is that the afterburner detent on here and there? If I go external, or... Yep, I can hear them lit up. Oh, and... Right. This guy needs his trim. So search trim. Left wing down, nose down, nose up, and right wing down. That's on the hat on top of my joystick, of course. The trim is fast. I don't know if it's too fast. It's responsive, but so far I've been able to trim it out to what I like. I like the back seat in this. This will be a fun office to work in. But yeah, not much of a view. Oh, how's my mirror? Let's check the keybind. Left shift M. You know how hard that is to press, Heatblur? What does just M do? Oh, right, that's their stupid new manual thing. Oh, except one thing that's not stupid about it. Apparently you can roll over a control and bring up the manual, and it'll take you right to that page in the manual. So that almost justifies having a PDF viewer built into the sim or the web browser, whatever it is. I mean, ideally, I would, if it's covering my screen anyway, and it has to be for me to be able to read it, then I'm not doing any flying at the same time. So, well, let's try the manual and see how that works. And okay, we'll just leave that default for now. Left shift M. Did not work. Oh, what? This mirror doesn't work? Get the fuck out of here. That's the most important mirror in the cockpit. I mean, it's sticking up there in the wind, making drag, and it doesn't work? Seriously. Or is that a separate mirror or something? No. Why would they do that? I mean, plenty of aircraft have 3 mirrors. Let's go back to the front. 3 mirrors here. A little bit of latency on the movement of my head, which is kind of disconcerting. Yeah, you see how it's... First I move and then my virtual head catches up. That's... I know I was just talking about smoothing, but in my own control I don't need smoothing that would be causing that latency, because my control is obviously smooth. Also, my body, why does my body not follow my head? I should never see down my neck hole. They go to all this trouble and then they just miss the obvious thing that you want. Maybe there's some... I mean, I don't know. The external model, if I look at this outside now, that guy is going to be... Look, he's leaned over and looking back. So why can't let the internal model lean over? Weird. Oh, and do we have brakes? It would be nice if this would automatically flip to the position ring, because it's easy to get confused. Okay, speed brake. Speed brake in. That's my throttle switch forward, right? Yeah. And speed brake out, hold. Is that what it means? Is that instructing me to hold it, or is it saying it's gonna... Well, let's find out. Go to external here. Brakes. Now, why are my slats still out? Or are they pulled in? Is that in? I guess that's in. Oh no, that's slat. Is that slat permanently out? Oh, and there are the speed brakes. Man, they don't come out very far. Love the slats extending. Quite a bit of delay when you kick in the afterburn. Okay, so once again, let's take a look at this elevator. So I'm going to pull in on 0. 3, 2, 1, pull. Yeah, that was okay. 3, 2, 1, pull. Okay. I guess that's flyable. Might have just had something to do with being on the ground, maybe? Or the particular trim state I was in? Not sure. It would be really nice if it would just fly straight. I mean, if it's not realistic, then I don't want it, but I don't believe it's this touchy and roll. Like, here I am hands off, but I had to just get it right. If I even just touch my stick a little bit so it lands one way or the other. Now, again, I know I could put some deadband or some curve in there to address that, but then you end up with a dead area of your stick. Instead, I would just think it should have a bit more roll stability, particularly with the stability augmentation system on. Oh, time to do the test we always do. We're looking at the ball right here. And let's see if she's got any adverse yaw. Keeping my hands off the pedals. Yep, so there it is right there. The ball's towards the direction of the turn. If I pull harder into the turn, it never gets... Actually, pulling into the turn is centering the ball all by itself with no pedal input required. Now, there is some tie-in between the ailerons and the rudder, but I believe that's just for landing. When the flaps are in landing mode, it does that. I don't think it does it in this flight regime. There's where we started. Bring it down to idle. There we Mach 6.5. Visual-wise, feels very similar to the Tomcat as far as how much you can see out of the front of the cockpit. In fact, it might even be slightly better than the Tomcat. Turn here. Boop, 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 boop. I love the rattling. Look at all this stuff moving. Oh. Oh, there's the famous spin. We're upside down. We're all right. Okay, so it's got a little bit of adverse yaw. At least the ball doesn't stay stuck centered. So I guess I can believe that. Still, I feel like it should have some more. That's such a weird stall warning sound, that increasing speed beeping. Okay, burners. Is there not an angle of attack indexer? I guess not. Boy, it's really not a very sophisticated jet. Amazing the difference between this and the Tomcat. Although I guess they're about, geez, 10, 15 years apart in their first prototypes flying. When did the first Phantom fly? Like in the 50s, wasn't it? End of the 50s. And the first Tomcat would be early 70s. Performing well with the mirrors. Usually I turn them off for frames. Speaking of frames, what are we doing? Anything over 30 I can live with. We're getting about 34. So yeah, that's not bad. I was afraid it might be a frame killer when I first tried it, but I think some of that might have been, again, the instant action mission. Had a bit too much going on AI-wise. Yeah, pretty good rear view from these mirrors. The mirrors are fake, which I hate. Oh, there's something else I've wanted to see that nobody's shown off yet. Not that I've seen. What do? I guess we have to go to F-4 view. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yes, yes. Look at the detail on this. So these move, right? I know there's these little air holes. Does anyone know if they blow or if they suck? Anyway, what happens if we go full power? Nothing. As the speed comes up, will the geometry of that change any? Like, that is a hinge, isn't it? It does move, I believe. So I thought. This is cool. Oh, look at the tailplane shaking. Oh my god, that's cool. That's wicked. Okay, we're in trouble. Unload. Better get some speed back. Yeah, we're alright. Should we try and land? Or do we have... Where is the fuel anyway? It's a fun feeling that being confused in a new plane. There it is, like an F-15. Why is the internal fuel going up? Oh, is that fuel usage? No, the fuel flows the 2 dials below. Why would the internal fuel be increasing? Is there something I'm not getting? Also, what's up with this dial? Okay, so I can't see the little markers on it. Pounds times 1,000. Like, is there a... How am I supposed to read that dial? I don't see any indicator on it. I just see the number at the bottom. Something else we'll have to find in the manual. Let's go find something to shoot. I know we're going to want a gun. Is there a master arm somewhere? What's this? So that's good. You can hear the detent for the afterburner. Very helpful. Definitely pitches up with more power and or down with less. So, or again, it might be speed. Hard to say. Well, let's find out. We're going fast. We're not going to lose our speed instantly. Drop the throttle. Oh yeah, That's fine. Full throttle. Just when it comes on, there's a very slight nose down tendency, and then it turns into nose up. I guess probably as the speed increases. So yeah, it's a relationship with speed and trim, which you'd completely expect. Okay, do I want to try Jester? Whoops. Oh, okay. Control and these numbers will work. So that's how I like to interface with them. I want to scan. How do I tell it which one? Hello? Yeah. We'll pick that one. How do I pick it? Oh, I hate Chester. Forget it, I know where they are. Which way are we going? I want to go northwest. Altitude 10,000 feet. That's about where the bad guys are. Okay, we will proceed this way. Now, I'm totally hands and feet off, and it's... yeah, this is the thing. It kind of drifts. So is there an autopilot? That's pretty cool. And yeah, a lot like the MiG-21, there's stuff in there. It's not just a flat display, it's recessed in there with that cool red looking stuff around it. What's this? No idea. Okay, how do we arm this gun? No, that's for bombs. Master arm, yay. I still don't have any gun sight. Ah, air to air. There we go. Give her a little test squirt here. Yeah, it works. That's interesting. It shot for a lot longer than I actually pressed. I hope that's realistic. 'Cause yeah, I just barely tapped it, and it gave me like a quarter-second burst. There was also a very slight delay before it came out. There's a strong tone in this. Do you hear the... hear that frequency? Doesn't sound quite right. At least it doesn't make that weird sound that the Tomcat has, which it sounds like... You remember, if anyone's old enough, in the 70s, they used to have those toy... It was just like a piece of hose, and you'd whiz it around and it'd make this... weird sound as the air blew past it. It sounds like that, the Tomcat. And it repeats in a loop, and it drives me nuts. I don't usually have any interest in modifying sounds in any of the DCS modules, but sometimes I think about changing that Tomcat sound because it's not great. Yeah, I can still kind of hear that tone. It almost sounds like a warning beep, but it's obviously not. It's coming from the engines. Interesting, the mirror resolution doesn't seem that great. Maybe I've just never really noticed clouds in the mirrors before. The ground looks alright. It's just the clouds are low res. Very low res. You know, that's fine if it's going to be low resolution, but just blur it so that you don't see jaggies. If it's not sharp, then blur the edges, the jagged edges out. And they're clouds, so nobody will notice blurry edges anyway. That was just a pure aileron roll. It does lose a lot of pitch there. Okay, now why does is there something about the fuel system I don't understand? Like, is it transferring fuel between tanks? Maybe it's pulling fuel out of the wing tanks into the internal tanks? That's what I'm seeing? Cheat here. So there's our target. One of these guys. And there's our tanker, but we won't be going to him this mission. We'll be ambitious enough just to get the thing landed. So once again, the speed brakes. Oh, okay, they're on the back side of the wings. And they only come out about, I don't know, 45 degrees. They do cause a downward pitching moment, which I can believe, given their location on the aircraft. What's this say? Look at it shaking. No, okay, that wouldn't be shaking. That wouldn't be rotating like that. That's a bit too much. Yeah, it does bring it to life, but I don't really like excessive modeling. I want it to shake just as much as it would in reality and no more. That shaking of the throttle is just my controller. My hairy arms, still hairy. Each and every hair exquisitely modeled. And no hairs on my face. Oh, there's some kind of command, something about you can move around in the cockpit and see your own body. I mean, you can do that in F-4 view, but then the cockpit changes to... Well, let's try that first. Or, yeah, sorry, not F-4. Yeah, I guess F-4 view. F-4. Look at this. And I can move into the cockpit. Whoa, whoa. There we go. Okay, where are we? Alright. That's pretty cool. So this is using the F4 view. We could always do this, but that makes the instruments not very detailed. So in this other mode, now how will we find it. Just controls. What would it be? View. There's a whole giant view menu. Oh, what would it be? F1 cockpit view. Shift head movement on and off. Left wing F1. Why would I want to do that? HUD only view switch. No. Natural head movement view. Man, I'm going to have to experiment with these. Some of these I think are standard in DCS, and I've got them set to the way I like. I don't want to turn them off. Oh, is that it? No, jump to free camera is the external camera. View own aircraft. No. Arcade? No. No. How about cockpit? Too many options. Okay, I'm going to have to research that. So does that outer slat never come in? Or is something wrong? Maybe it doesn't, because it doesn't have those... Oh yeah, I guess it's just fixed. It's that inner one with the... You can see the little pods where they've... what would they be called? Fairings? Where they extend from. Okay. Should be seeing that target soon. I'm just using guns, so we won't be using although presumably Jester locks the aircraft I'm gunning, and then my gun sight range is done automatically. I don't know what it assumes otherwise. But it's a great big plane. We can get right behind him and give him a good squirt. Airspeed indicator. I'm used to this from the Tomcat. Radar altimeter. I just want him to scan. Wouldn't he say at least yes sir or something? I just gave him a command. Say something, Jester. For once I want you to talk. Yeah, that feels lively. It's a decent flight model. I don't know if it's accurate, but it feels like a real aircraft. That's our altitude. 16,000. A little high. Oh, I think that's something.
Left 5, 28 miles, 15,000.
Thank you. 15,000, and there he is. I see him. Funny how you see the dot, and then you zoom in, and the dot, oh, there he is. The dot actually gets smaller in pixels rather than bigger, because there's an exaggeration effect going on when dots are really small. But it fades out too quickly, so you actually are at a disadvantage if you zoom in to look for him. I mean, he's there, but that's harder to see than this. We will give this guy a squirt, and then we'll go land somewhere. So it puts him about 14 miles out. About 12 miles out. There he is. Let's get him against the sky. Jester was kind of wrong about his altitude. He told me 15,000 feet, and I know because I placed him. He's at I think it was 13, maybe 11.
We've got an IL-76, 12 o'clock, 11 miles.
I know. Why are you so quiet? Oh, do I need to turn up the intercom or something? That's probably it. We'll find that in a minute. Mirrors off. How do the mirrors affect the frame rate? Okay, getting about 50 frames with them off, and about 42 or so with them on. We'll leave them on. Where'd he go? Chester, where'd he go? Take your eye off the ball for 1 second. Don't make me cheat, Chester. I'm gonna cheat. Oh, we're right on top of him. Oh, he's going the other way. Where is he? Okay, 180. Yeah, she's not a turner, that's for sure. Sorry, that was my truck IR going nuts. Where is it? I know this is silly. Video gamey. Why can't I see him? What the hell? Okay, he should be somewhere around here. What's my altitude? Oh, 17. He's below. At least I think he is. Once again, we're right on top of him. Oh, there he is.
9 o'clock. 9 o'clock now.
Thank you.
$11 o'clock. 11 o'clock now.
Oh, you're gonna die. And hopefully we won't run into him. I can see that, Jester. I knocked something off him.
You got it. Splash.
I wouldn't say he's splashed. Now he's splashed. Whew. Bye-bye, Rushkish. It's falling down. Ooh, look at that. What a mess. Okay. Okay, we're alive. Well, that was fun. How's that fuel doing? Yeah, let's try landing. So where are we gonna go? We're at Tonopah. Might as well land there. Yeah, the trim is fast, but not too fast. I like it. So far I haven't been able to, get in a situation where I can't get the trim quite right, which can be annoying if your trim responds too fast. And yeah, I don't know how the flaps work on this. I think I've got it mapped to extend them. Okay, Tonopah is over this way somewhere. Ah, there it is. Okay. Just a little over 200 knots. Is that the gear speed? Clunk. I guess we'll find out. Love the way the gear bounce when they extend. Then come to a sudden stop and go boing. And flaps. What do we do? Power. Is that landing flaps? It's gonna have to be. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh shit. Do we have enough runway? That's P for parachute, right? I hope so. Oh boy. Oh, that's not good. Okay, that's just not right. Yeah, there's the chute. And we're gonna die like we did the first time. What? Now we're going backwards. Okay. I need to work on landing. That's cool that it inflates the chute again, but I don't know, the physics of the chute needs to be better. Oh, that looked like hell. And these animations need to not be so canned as well. Let's go walk into the afterburners. Oh, this is going to be hot. This is fine. You may be cool, but you're not Robin Olds standing in the afterburners cool. And it is Robin Olds. I thought he looked Swedish before, but now with his mask off and his mustachio, he looks like who he is. That's cool. Happy face. Hey, come on. Hi, guys. Alright, time to RTFM. Oh, and I can't turn off the burners. Yep, that's the end of the video. Please like and subscribe. See you soon. There will be a lot more soon, but I'm going to do some studying now. See ya.